Pope Francis sat down for a historic interview with CBS's Norah O'Donnell. The pair discussed a wide range of topics, including the dangers of climate change and who bears responsibility for it.
How worried are you about climate change?
Unfortunately, we've gotten to a point of no return. It's sad, but that's what it is. Global warming is a serious problem. Climate change at this moment is a road to death. A road to death, eh? And it is an artificial climate change, no? Something provoked, not the normal climate change, right?
You have placed blame on wealthy countries.
In great measure, yes, because they are the ones that have more of an economy and an energy based on fossil fuels that are creating the situation, right? They are the countries that can make the most difference, given their industry and all, aren't they? But it is very difficult to create an awareness of this. They hold a conference, everybody is in agreement, they all sign, and then bye-bye. But we have to be very clear. Global warming is alarming.
And Norah joins us now with more. Legitimately a big get, maybe the biggest get of all. So congratulations, Norah. It's a historic interview. As you looked into this and got ready for it, what was the biggest goal for you?
Well, thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, I think that Pope Francis is just a different kind of pope in so many ways. I mean, we call the special tonight on CBS Pope Francis I because he is the first pope from the Americas. He's the first pope from the Southern Hemisphere, Argentina. He's the first Jesuit. And then he's the first to do so many things like put together Vatican documents on climate change. You know, he's been arguably more inclusive and progressive than any pope in history, and that certainly has a number of conservative bishops criticizing him, which we talked to him about. But going into it, I really just wanted it to, well, one, I wanted to get the interview, which I'd been trying to for 10 years. But then I wanted to use the hour that we had with him wisely to maybe try and explore some issues that he hasn't talked about. So I think for a lot of people, you know, what is going to be the role of women or small girls in the future in the Catholic Church? Will they ever be allowed to be deacons? He answers that question. Also, what about gay people? They have felt excluded from the Catholic Church until Pope Francis, because one of the first things he said as pontiff was, "Who am I to judge?" And just recently he said priests can bless individuals in same-sex unions. That's pretty big. And so we talked to him about that issue. We talked to him about surrogacy. I mean, just recently, the Vatican came out against surrogate motherhood, saying it should be banned. Well, I talked to him about that, saying to him, look, I know a lot of women who have cancer or had cancer, and they have no other choice. But I think most of all, too, Jeff, I mean, he's 87, is to just see how he held forth for a full hour. It was really thoughtful, warm, and funny throughout the whole thing.
I first thought it was Pelly's voice doing his narrating for him, but it wasn't. I don't know who it was. I always find these things interesting.
I'm glad you asked, Jeff. You're not the first person that also said they thought it was Scott Pelley. It's Al Ortiz.
No way.
Al Ortiz, yes. So for many people, Al Ortiz has one of the most distinguished careers ever at CBS News, has been executive producer of the Evening News twice, was head of standards. He was our Washington bureau chief. I mean, he has covered the world for CBS News. Yes, knows Spanish, and is just considered a wise man of CBS. As you know, Jeff, he just really is one of the kindest, most amazing people, and happens to be a fabulous journalist. So our current executive producer, Adam Verdugo, said, you know, I think this is something we need Al Ortiz for. And people have been thrilled with the voice, and it helps. We leave up some Spanish so you can hear the Pope's words himself. And then, of course, Al helps make it clear for all of us who don't speak Spanish fluently.
All right. Very interesting. I didn't know that. Norah, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
You can watch more of Norah's interview with Pope Francis in a network primetime special tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.